before I even get into it, I want to come out clean and say that, one, I am not a historian. Two, I am not a social scientist. Neither am I an anthropologist. So these are my thoughts, which are based upon my interactions and my experience, looking at the way currently the culture is set up, and then trying to project how it would have looked like way back, hundreds and hundreds of years back. Okay, so that out of the way. So number one, there was strong family bonds, right? Families lived together, and that of course built loyalty to family and to the bonds within the family. So that was not limited only to the nuclear family, meaning the father, mother, or father, mothers, and children. It also was the case also with the extended family, because these people would live in roughly the same geographical area, and most probably the same location, the same village. So you'll find a great grandmother, grandmother, and the mother, the children, all living in roughly the same space, meaning it is somewhere where you could walk to and back, right? You could walk there, interact, and walk back. So it was somewhere where it was in close proximity. So that, of course, strengthened the bonds. So if that was the case, then how would a son or a brother feel when his sister is being beaten by somebody else? Right now in this modern community, where the family bond is not as strong as it used to be back then, but still no brother would accept their sister to be violated, right? They will do something about that. And right now they might be limited by the laws, but back then such violations would have precipitated family conflict, and to the extreme war between two families, or feuds where families will hunt each other and kill each other because of that infraction, where somebody is beating somebody's child, somebody's sister. Okay, and it will not only be limited to the brothers and the sisters and the father. It will also encompass also cousins, uncles, because they lived in close proximity and they were very tight, right? So that alone disproves the fact that it was cultural. Families raised their daughters and their sons in such a way that they will not bring shame to the family. Okay, the daughters were expected, when you get married, there were ways in which they were expected to behave. There were more or less a terms of reference or a code of conduct for wives, for husbands, for children, which was drilled into the people, which was cultural. So it would be passed from generation to generation people will be taught this is how wives should behave in their homes. This is how husbands should behave in their homes. This is the expectation of the community unto this union, which is husband and wife. So when something has been given that much attention, then it will be counterproductive when wives are taught, or girls are taught, that it's okay for you to be beaten by your husbands, and then the sons are taught that it is okay to beat your wife and it is okay to defend your sister. So that would have been counterproductive, because that would have accounted for so many wars and loss of lives and livelihoods and a lot of, unnecessary conflict. Remember, the traditional setup was filled with conflict already, because the societies were in conflict with wild animals, they were in conflict with neighboring tribes. So it was upon them, it was in their best interest to minimize intra-family conflict, because once a daughter is married, that family becomes your family. They are now your in-laws. So intra-family conflict will be minimized so that people can concentrate on the external threats. So that's one.